Hello techies, welcome to AI Brahma YouTube channel. My name is Ganesh. In this video tutorial, we are discussing about automation anywhere practical question for interview. This is exercise 5. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon to get more AI related videos. So this is very special question because one of the user is asked for the solution. The question is asked by Raja S. So this is the question is like how to count occurrence of a character in a string. The basically this is a basic question will ask in any of the coding language. Okay, the same thing it might be asked in a automation anywhere also. The question is like so in input string will be anything like here it is given as a tenant. We will take it as a dynamic Ganesh, India, anything. So we need to find each character how many times repeated. Example in a tenet. So T is how many times it is repeated. Output you can see T is 2 times, E is 2 times, N is 2 times. Irrespective of capital and small like uppercase and lowercase, correct? So irrespective of match cases. So how we can develop this one? So this is the question. So we will directly go to workbench. So I have already created a bot. We will see how it will look the output, then we will go by one logic. Okay, how the bot will work first we will see. So user need to give a input, so as I told we will make it as a dynamic, correct? So we will take same thing, tennet, right? Tenant. So I will click OK. You will get the output like this: t equals to 2, e2, n is 2. Same way we can give any string. So example, this time I will give as a India. So here I will give it as INDIA, right? So just I will click OK. You can see I is 2 times, N is 1 time, D is 1 time, A is 1 time. So like this, we will get the repeated occurrence of character in a particular string. How we can do this one, right? So we will see. So we will directly go to a new bot and we will create a steps. So I'm just duplicating the window. Yeah, and I will go back. So we will create a new bot, call it as main, right? So I will take in a one folder YouTube video, and this is main for character occurrence. So just I'm taking as a name. So now I have created one new bot, right? So the question is like this. Okay, so now we will go to one by one logic. The first logic is we need to take the input from the user, right? So for that we have a prompt, right? Prompt. So prompt for value because we are taking a value. So before that we will take a step also. So this is a best practice to take the step. So first step is input, right? So in this scenario, and what I will do, so just I will drag and drop. So here what is the caption you will give? So count for character, correct? Count for character. And same way what is the message? Please enter string, right? So I need to save it in particular output variable. So output variable always the prompt will be string, right? So I will start with yes input, right? As input and I will create. So now my input is ready, right? So next step is we need to find how many occurrence in a particular string, right? So how we can do that one? So that we will call it as a business logic. business logic. So just I'm giving a step as business logic. So inside that, the first thing is whenever you will check the string, right? How many occurrence? So we need to go one by one character, right? So in the previous exercise also we have done like that only, right? The same way here also we will take it. So how we can go with the one by one character in automation anywhere? So first we need to find the length of the string, right? So for that we have a string. Inside the string we have a length, right? So that just I'm drag and dropping. So what is the input string? Input string is s input, and I need to save it in number variable. So n length, right? N length. So just I'm creating. So this is the count of characters in a particular given input, right? So after that we need to go one by one character to check the count. So how we can go? We can go with a loop, right? So I'm just taking a loop for n times. So n times matlab, so here we have to go with a n length, right? So n length is a count of characters. Each character we have to go. That's why. So here I will take it as n length. Just I'm inserting, and I will create a counter also, right? I'm saving. So now I have a loop with a counter, right? So one by one character it will loop. So after that we have to take a character for consideration. So t, e, n, like that. So how we can get a character in automation anywhere? We don't have any specific command to get particular character from index, right? So here we have a one more action in a string that is called as a substring action. So just take a substring inside the loop. So here the source string will be always input, right? Input. And from where I need to start to get a character. So where? So the counter, right? So from the n length, so we are going by one character means the counter. So first counter will be here tennet t. First counter, second counter is e, third counter is n, so on, like that, right? So I'm taking a first counter for the start. So that's why I will take it as a counter. And what is the length you require for the substring? So I need to get a character, one length character, right? So that's why I will give it as a 1. So where you will store it? So this is a string, so I will take it as a character, right? char. So just I'm creating, save. So now I got a first character t, example, okay? T, I got it. So I need to check now how many times it is repeated in particular string, right? So again I need to check with a loop. So loop in a loop, nested loop, we have to give it here. How we can do that one? So I will take again one more loop. So after the string, so loop, how many times I need to iterate? Again n length time, n length time, and I will save the counter in counter 1. Just remember, first loop we have a counter, second nested loop we have a counter 1, right? Counter and counter 1. Now again I need to get a character from counter 2, like counter 1 part, loop 2, right? So for that what I will do, same substring I will take it, but here instead of counter I have to give a counter 1, right? Because we are in a second loop now. First loop is completed, first character we got. Same way I need to get a second time also from the counter 1, and length is same, and I will assign in a different variable as character 1. So now I have, if you go to the logic, see the first loop it will give a t, right? Second loop also it will start from the t with till the t. So, example, in the first loop, the iteration is 1. Then second loop, it will iterate all the characters first. Then the first loop will go to the second iteration. Correct? This is the basic logic of loop, right? So I will explain you when how the loop will work and a nested loop will work in a different video. But for this scenario, you have to understand the situation like nested loop we have used. For the first loop, first character we are taking, in the second loop all the characters we are taking, right, to count it. So now my character 1 and character is ready, right, in the loop. So what is basically we have to do, we have to check how many times it is repeated, right, t how many times it is repeated, means equals. So now I have a character from first loop, character, and second loop is character 1, right. So how we can check, in the if condition. So just I will take a if. So inside the loop I need to take it. So if string condition, the first thing is character, s character equals to s character 1, right, s character 1, second first loop character and second loop character 1. Match case is not required because sometimes what will happen, if interviewer ask like capital A should count as a 1 and small a should count as a 1, then you have to take it as a match case. But in this scenario we are not considering like this is not a case sensitive scenario. If it is a case sensitive scenario, you have to take a match case. So now I'm comparing character 1 with a character 2, right, in the loop. So now if it is like in the true case, if it is equals, then what we have to do, we have to increment the count, right, like if the first t is there, then 1, second t is there 2, third t is there 3, like that we should increment. So for that purpose I will create one more variable in the number. I will call it as n temp, n temp, right. So just I will create. So basically this n temp will be like assign as a 0 in the first loop. In the second loop our n temp will increment. So for that purpose I will take assign activity from the number. Okay, in the assign activity I will take inside the first loop as a 0, 0 n temp. This is the first, we are initializing as a 0, and in the second loop we have to increment. So if it is equals, right, so for that we have another activity called increment, right, in the number. So just I am taking as an increment. So what is the number we have to increment, we have to increment n temp. How many times, one increment. Again I will consider in a n temp. So now if any value is equals to another character, right, it will increment by 1. So if it is 2 times 2, 3, like that, right. So now this increment is done. So next thing is we have to assign this incrementation in the particular output, right. So how we can assign, so this is increment is done and we know which character, right, from the first loop and second loop increment. So now I need to assign, where I need to assign, after the second loop, not in the first loop, uh, in the first loop, not in the second loop, right. How we can assign, I will go again string assign. So after the loop inside the first loop, right. So just confirm that one. And here I will take a assignment as, see, the first thing is what is the character, right. So which character we are taking in this particular loop. So we are taking a character as, if you see it here, first character s char, right. So that one I will take it as s char. And so I will add one hyphen, and hyphen or comma, whatever you want to add it, you can add it. So here how many times it is iterated, so that is a output of this one n temp, right. So I will add n temp here, n temp. So this is a number, that's why you have to convert to two string. That is very much required, two string. And where you have will, where you will add it, so that is a output, right. So I will create as a output, as output, and create. So one thing you have to remember, every time we have to add it one by one, right. After t we are considering n, right? So everything we will add it in a output itself. So that's why what I will do, before this particular what you call expression, I will add a s output, because every time my previous output should add, correct? In a one message box I need to show the all characters count. That's why I'm adding output now. So if you confuse, just watch again the video, so you will get to know so why we are adding this output to particularly this expression. So after adding output, so how we need a outlook output. So it is a new line, correct? After t we are giving it as a new line, right? So for that, in the automation anywhere we have a good variable, system variable, that is a new line variable. If you type dollar new line, just give some space, and new line and hash, it's not coming. Okay, here one more dollar, so we need to add it. See here, you will get it, new line, right? So just take that one, and here character will be there, the same thing, and I'm saving. So now my output will add every time whatever the new character will come, right? So my output is ready now. So now we will show the output in message box here, inside outside the first loop I am taking. So just remember this one. So first we have taken this output in, like, outside the second loop. Now message box should be outside the first loop. So just I will take it as yes output, right? I'm saving. Now you will get not correct answer, but we will see how we make it the correct. So first thing, so how we will get the output, we will see. Okay, so if you run the bot now, the first we need to get a input body, see count for a cat. So I'm just giving as a tennet. Okay, tennet, click OK. You will get it like this: t is 2, e is 2, n is 2, n is 2, like this. This is not a perfect answer, right? We have to get each and everything in a single time. T should be at the single time, right? So how we can do that one? So here one more logic we need to add, that is a replace logic. Whenever you will count in a one time, so you should not count again the particular t, right? So example, in the first loop itself we will count this t and this t. At the last loop there is no need of counting again this t, right? So how we can do that one? So we can do, after the assigning of output to output variable, so what we will do, we will take a replace action. Okay, so whatever we have already counted, that particular, one second, that particular things we should not use again, correct? In the string we have a replace, don't use a excel advanced replace, use a string replace. So what is the source string here? Source string is input, right? From the input I need to find out first character, right? Character, yes, character. So if this character is found, match case I am not taking because this is not a case sensitive and this is not a regular expression. Start from the one and replace with space. Just I am giving as a space. Just remember, I'm giving as a space. Otherwise, you can give any special character. So here maybe we will give it as a comma. So that is best. Okay, we will give it as a comma. So just take a comma to replace it, and you have to save it in input again, right? So just I'm replacing with a already counted character with comma, correct? So after that, this comma count should not come in a output, right? That is a one thing. So how we can do that one? So we are assigning a output here, that correct? Before that, I will add one if condition, right? If, drag and drop, so this output I will take it inside the if string condition, Okay, string condition, s character, see s character is equals to comma. Okay, is equals to comma because we are giving as a replace with comma. So please make sure which special character you can use, comma you can use, or any any space you can use. So for your more understanding, I'm taking as a comma. So character is equals to comma or not equals to comma, because we have to should not include the comma count, right? So just that's why I'm taking as a not equals to comma, then my output should increment, like my output should given as like this. Now I will run the bot. If you have any confusion, please comment it, so as soon as possible I will reach out to you for the solution. So now again I will give as a tennet, tennet. I will click OK. Now you can see the perfect answer, right? T is 2 times, E is 2 times, N is 2 times. If you observe, so what I have done, right? So first character is capital character in the tenant, like that I have given. So we will run again and we will see. See here, tennet. The T is small, T is capital, but still it is taking as a one T only, right? So this you have to confirm from the interviewer, like the uppercase letter should be match case we have to do, or is it is a case sensitive or not a case sensitive, this question that you have to confirm, and you have to build a logic. Please watch the video if you're not understanding again, so you will get more clarity and try in your system, because watching the video will give you the 50% of the knowledge. If you have to get 100% of the knowledge, please try yourself and check the output. So please subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. If you have any interview questions, same way Raja did, so you can comment it and I will make sure you will get the solution in a video. Okay, thank you very much. All the best for your interview and your future.